Aries, welcome back to Wandering Magic. These are going to be your September messages, September 2025, and it's going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Immediately shuffling the cards, I want to say I felt a very exciting energy, and as the cards started to come out, I'm noticing that there's a lot of change. And then quite literally, your oracle message and your theme of the month is a change in the wind. So a change in the wind talks about change being inevitable. Times in our lives that it's almost like, I feel like this is that moment where you've been asking for change, and now the change is here. And for those of you that have been refusing change, this is about it happening anyway. So whether you like it or not, it is about to get super uncomfy. Change, I mean, there's this whole thing, and I could give all the cliches about change and why it's necessary and how it's good and why it's good. But what I want to focus on more is feeling and releasing the fear. So when you feel that feeling of fear because of this change, try to change the narrative to I'm excited. And so that might be why I was feeling like this, like really like exciting, almost overwhelming feeling. It's because you are being asked to change the narrative to I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, to I'm excited. And when you change the narrative in your head, that kind of sets the first tone to what's coming next. So change being inevitable, change being a good thing. I'm feeling like this is a good thing. With your Kipper messages, you have family room, expectation, and despair. So for some of you, I feel like I want to say, with the despair showing up, I feel like this is the reminder of what I just said, changing the narrative from fear to excited. Because the journey, although change is good, and this change that's coming is good, what I want you to know is that it's not a linear process. And for some of you, I hear you like, no, it's not linear. It's been a journey. Like, how many bumps do I have to hit in the road? For me, if you're hitting a lot of bumps, if the journey is not smooth, that means this is something new. That means this is something fresh, something that you are learning. And in the midst of learning, there's a lot of imperfections until you get to the point where you are perfecting your craft. So the change is either with your family, like in your family, your home life, your partner, or there's a specific person in your family that is getting you through and helping you journey through. So that tells me also that you are not alone. Listen to your career message. I'll see if I can like link it somewhere in this box. But if not, just, go to my page, look it up. Go to your career message, because this might, if you are here looking for career messages, there's a 3-month timeline. And so that takes us to right around the end of the year-ish, the end of fall. And so this 3 months is showing up again. But as just a quick side note, try to release any expectations that you have around this, because it might be limiting you, because you don't really know what's on the other side. So try to be okay with the element of surprise. Okay? Great. Now, tarot. I was called to pull and use a different deck. And just wanted to say that. And again, this is change, right? This is the change that we're talking about. So I'm like, why am I saying this out loud? That's the change. I haven't used this deck in a while. It's the Luminous Spirit. So it's really beautiful. It's holographic in the back. Haven't used it in quite some time. I love this deck though. It is black and white. And so your cards are the Star, Seven of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Wands. The Star card, all of this actually, it's showing me that it's something that you really want, something that you, I was about to say truly passionate about, something that drives you. It's like you've been a little bit too much in the passenger seat. And what I mean by that is you're in the learning part of things. And now you're about to transition really soon into the seat of the boss. Now, I always say that Aries is a boss, but you truly, truly are. And what I want to say is this took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. This is something that is going to absolutely pay off and be worth it. I'm seeing sleepless nights. I'm seeing stress. I'm seeing just like exhale, like breathing. And so it's like going to be worth your blood, sweat, and tears. And so there's a lot of time going into this. There's a lot of investing time, money, energy into this project. And you're still kind of making your way through to the finish line. Something else I want to mention very briefly is that Saturn is retrograde, and it's retrograding into Pisces. And so with that, I mean, there's a lot of different things here, but for you, I'm feeling this is more karmic energy. And so what I mean by that is anything you're basically, how can I say, you are essentially, I don't want to say reap what you sow, but it's basically anything good or bad that you did, your actions are about to like mirror you. So if you've done anything in a air quote negative light or a negative way, like you just weren't so great, that's gonna come back to you. But if you're like, no, I've been doing amazing, I've been doing all these great things, I've been fill in the blank, like whatever these like great accomplishments and things are, this is why the time is coming for you to reap your reward. That's what I wanted to say. It is time to reap your reward. I kept hearing reap. Anyway, so that being said, Saturn will be retrograde in Pisces when you're listening to this in September through November, almost at the end of the month, November 28th-ish. And so just pay attention to that, and I'm feeling good things coming. So maybe my listeners here are like the ones who were pumping out that good karma, and now that good karma is now, I saw like a propeller, like it was going this way, then it stopped, and then it went the other way because it's coming right back to you. It wasn't quite a boomerang. It's odd. It was like a propeller. Anyway, I'm also getting this is going to happen sooner than later. And so if you're like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this, I'm tired of hearing wait, it is very soon on the horizon, by the end of the year, essentially. Because again, you get to remind yourself you're still working out a few things, and that's okay. And that's okay, because why? I feel like Aries, that you could be a little bit of a perfectionist, and you're definitely like go, go, go. Also, I'm getting allow yourself to some time for rest as well. Look, we have the Wheel of Fortune here. See, you can't make this up. The Wheel of Fortune. Things going your way, things that are destined, things that are karmic, all the beautiful things. And then Five of Pentacles. See, Five of Pentacles in reverse is showing me that you, yeah, I was trying to cover the other nudie card. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is saying and showing You've overcome so much. You have, again, I'm getting the blood, sweat, and tears again. You are really grinding. You're grinding so hard, and that is now kind of coming to a close. You are getting to your conclusion. There's just a little bit more before the finish line. Clear sight. You see things very clearly now. You're trying not to operate from emotion, and you're really just like taking charge. I feel also for those Aries that, see, so I'm an Aries moon. I tend to be very passionate, and I about, you know, the way I say things, the way I feel about things sometimes, and I'm just like, that's just my Aries moon. But I'm so grateful for that part of me. But this is really with your emotions, taking control, taking charge, and really like honing in on what that feels like to actually be in control. Okay. To wrap up your messages here, we have your advice, which says chalice, and this is about feminine emotions and unity. So again, something that's coming together. I was talking about regulating your emotions, and also this feminine, also a reminder to, as much as you're giving, be okay with receiving. But I also feel like this is what I was saying. You are receiving that good karma, that karma that you put out, that you've been putting out, it's coming back to you. That's the receiving end. And so our angel messages, I don't know why I wanted to pull 3, but they came out and I took them all. We got recovery. So recovering from that despair, recovering from that, the super hard times I feel are basically over, and you're now in recovery, which is why you're still journeying through. And so perfect timing. Remind yourself the perfect timing is here. So when you get frustrated, just say reason for everything and bring yourself back to center. And then improving health. Again, I feel like if what you're going for is not something in the first of all, I feel like this is a message for those of you who are going through their healing journey, but also for those of you that do work with healing, and it's a work of service. For me, it felt like a little bit of more of a career reading, but anyway, it's a little sidebar. You're just overall going to be feeling better. Overall, things are just going to they're going to continue to progress forward. Okay? Love it. Watch your sun, moon, rising for any additional messages, and I'll see you next time.